So all enlightened masters also have shadows, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the secret that every one of them has been trying to hide.
So what is enlightenment then?
I feel like enlightenment is the space where you no longer resist either state. I think anytime somebody's selling you an idea of some sort of a retirement to awakening, they're lost on the path. It's just more heaven. It's just more, let's figure out how to be somewhere else that's better than this. I think the people who we could consider to be the most enlightened are the teachers of presence, to be honest. The ones who tell you there's nothing that is better than this. The ones who will teach you about the idea that it doesn't matter whether you're feeling positive or negative, you don't resist it, and then the pain isn't there associated with it, you're not going to suffer. Those are the people that understand enlightenment the most. But it sure as hell is not a state of perfect bliss. And as long as we, as spiritual teachers, are selling this idea, we're leading people astray. That's one of the main reasons I decided to do what I did with my career regarding authenticity.
So what of the spiritual masters like the one I spoke with about a year ago who say that they're always in a state of bliss? What is that state of bliss? Are you saying that it doesn't exist?
I am. And now I realize that this is not going to go over well. This is going to be one of those things that I say that people are going to get really, really mad at. But I, unfortunately, have to break this belief for people because I get to meet these people as a peer. When you do that, you get to see who they are. And what you don't want to know about your gurus is that the people who live the closest to them get to be exposed to their fits of rage, get to be exposed to their doubting moments, and all the stuff that they never show when they're in front of the stage. Now, to their credit, I've had conversations with many of them about why they have decided to keep all of that stuff behind closed doors, and I can't say that after they've told me what they've told me that I completely disagree with them. I mean, obviously I chose a completely different path with that. See how it goes with me, but when I have talked to the ones who are not just hiding, I mean like hiding because they reject it in themselves and don't even want to admit that it exists within themselves. I'm talking the ones that consciously know that they do that. The explanation that has been given to me is that they refuse to do anything that will make people discount the message because the message is so needed. And I can't argue with them, because what have I noticed from my own career? The minute that I decided to be authentic about what I was experiencing by completely publicizing my private life, is that people started to do exactly what spiritual teachers feared the most. They throw out the baby with the bathwater. They go, that person is somebody who's out of alignment. They don't have anything that could benefit me to say. In fact, I relate to them too much. What we need is some perfect thing to aspire to become. So I'm not willing to say that we're at a point where everyone has to make that change, because I have experienced that many people are not ready for it. But I chose to do the opposite because I feel like there are a select amount of individuals who are ready to sacrifice a guru, meaning no more gurus, meaning we're done with it, meaning the human race is lined up with being able to experience each person for themselves, being their connection to source consciousness as opposed to trying to get to it through the information coming through somebody else. At best, a spiritual teacher should be doing nothing more than guiding people towards what they already know. If the spiritual teacher becomes where you're getting all your information from, it's pornography. It's not spiritual practice.
Now you're very close to Eckhart Tolle, right?
Yes.
And has that been true for him as well? Okay.
We cannot touch the present moment until we learn how to do this. That's sort of why I laugh when people try to teach other people how to be in the present moment. It's not possible. And it's also an escape. See, we're trying to teach you, and that the ultimate spirituality is authenticity. That's what you learn in this process. The ultimate spirituality is authenticity. Happiness doesn't even come close to touching the feet of authenticity. Once you get to that authenticity, you're in this amazing place where you are completely present with the now. Now, you can't get people there. This is important for us to realize. If I tell you, come to the present moment, feel how you feel, guess what I'm doing? I'm teaching you to get away from you. Because why do we ever teach people to come to the present moment? So they don't have to feel the negative feelings they're feeling. We teach them That's a result of your mind taking you off into stories. That's why you feel bad. So come back to the present moment. Guess what? You just escaped yourself. Those negative emotions were with you. That was the now. And you just escaped it by going to the now. So we're even rushing people when we're trying to get them to the now. The now is not something you can go do. It's an undoing. The now is the automatic byproduct of this process of never abandoning yourself, no longer moving away from yourself, completely going inward, being with yourself in your entirety, regardless of how ugly or beautiful that is. The now just automatically is. In between phases of experiencing and really feeling the things you never let yourself feel, you have these moments of peace which you never knew existed. Enough of that and you have no more suffering.